is going on, muln fans? Welcome back to the channel. Sorry, life's been a little bit busy for the last week or so, haven't had a whole lot of time to get on here and do much of anything, but just want to stay in touch with you guys. So I've been seeing floating around, something about muln trying to do some government deals, and some people are hyping it, some people are rejecting it. So I'm like, I just want to take a peek and see what's out there, but they actually do have it on their website, going with Team Shake and Bake, it looks like. So former General Motors federal government sales leader Ronald Dixon to lead Mullen's EV charge for U.S. government fleet sales. So maybe they will be able to work into something with the government. We know that, the EV sector in general could have some deals or some financing that could come from government issuance, and then David likes to think that he might be able to get in with military or something along those lines. So we'll see what they can actually pull off, but I was just kind of reading through what they have, and it says bringing on a seasoned government sales expert like Ron aligns perfectly with Mullen's 100% EV product portfolio and the federal government's desire to significantly increase their fleet with electric vehicles, said Schwegman of Team Shake and Bake. So the Biden administration issued an executive order in 2021 focused on revitalizing the electric vehicle program of the U.S. government, requiring the replacement of the government's entire fleet of about 650,000 vehicles with American-made EVs. That will be a good thing with Mullen. We know that it is going to be an American-made product. So could they be onto something? Yeah, I think they could be onto something. All of these things have a lot of red tape, I'm sure, that they have to work through. I've never tried to get a government loan or get in with the government in any way, so I don't know what all they have to work through, but it sounds like they have at least somebody on hand that has done this before and could possibly streamline the process and make it just a little bit easier for them to be able to figure out how to do so. It says this was a strategic move on the part to bring Ron in and open the door to government fleet sales opportunities, said DM. And his experience is a perfect match for us and our vision for commercial EV sales success. So let's see if they can do it. I mean, if they can get in with that, obviously that's money, that's guaranteed money, that's going to be obvious sales that could happen in the future. I don't know how long it will take, there could be a lot of things that happen between now and actually pulling something like this off. So I'm not hyping it. I just wanted to look into it a little bit and see if there was any kind of significance to what I've been seeing float around, whether true or not true. Let's look at the short interest. So increasing just a little bit, saying 11.83% live short interest of the free float, 175.76 million. Cost to borrow average, I think it went up since our last video, but I mean, it's still cheap. So again, not too excited till we see this number really start to grow. 100% utilization, that's where we're at. I'll show you what I'm looking at on the charts as well. I have a couple different trend lines drawn up. One of them will come in just a little bit sooner. The other one I think is important as well. I'll explain why. So bringing it off of our most recent high up there around 64-65 cents. We have a couple taps here. We got a wick down here, tap in. So just bringing this down, looking at where that breakout could be, that would put us back in 21 cents if it wanted to break out, do a retest and push from there, which is ultimately what we need. We want to see that 21 cents break. Maybe a trend line breakout retest might send some of the algos in the other direction. Instead of selling us off at 21 cents, maybe it'll actually push us at 21 cents if we get that breakout around that trend line. The other one I'm watching is just kind of riding right on down here as well. Again, not going to be the 21 cent breakout, but ultimately it looks like it's sitting right at a decision right now around our green light, right? We were playing green light, yellow light, red light on our way down. So we'll see if that is able to make some sort of breakout, retest, and push, which could actually help us along, I guess, in regards to get above our next trend line. Ultimately, I think this is going to be hurdle number one. This one could just play with us because we know we've been trading somewhere in the 18 to 21 cents right now. So I'd really prefer to see this upper trend line breakout and get back in here. We're going to watch and see what happens. I'm still watching this RSI. I mean, it's still making a nice, steady, slow increase. Probably not happening as quick as we would like it to, but I do like to see that the buying pressure just continues to step in ever so slightly. It's not pushing us in the direction that we want to go, but at least it's stepping in just a little bit sooner, showing that the buyers have a little bit more interest, hopefully, at ever so slight increments. We're going to watch and see how long it takes to really push and when it wants to make that push off of here. I don't want to see it give out. I'd like to continue to watch this just ever so gradually make its way right on up as we trend along. But those are some of the things I'm watching for. How's our volume profiles looking? Anything exciting going on as far as that goes? Where'd it go? Why did it disappear? So, I mean, we got a decent... the volume does back off if we get up into that 21.5 to almost 25-cent range. So maybe that could be why we're struggling, but I think if we get a boost through there, it could make a nice little push through. We just got to get boosted up in there instead of getting rejected by it and not finding those buyers that are going to step in and pick us up and drag us right on through. I mean, you can see it just steps back so far at the, even stepping back just right shy of the 21 cent area. So that's why we're kind of struggling. But I think if we can get in there, we don't have the buying pressure, but we also don't have the selling pressure. So it could be a nice little jump if we can get in there with a little bit of strength, and not get knocked down so soon. But that's what I'm watching for overall. We still have a little bit of time before the vote goes through, and then who knows when they'll implement it. Maybe it'll have a little bit of time, maybe not. If he does take a little bit of time before authorizing those shares, I think that would be ideal. We don't want to see 1 million shares come out here at 18, 19, 20 cents even. That's a lot of shares for not a whole lot of money. But I also don't want to see the reverse split and then see all of those shares come in, because that's not going to do us a bit of good either. So I'm just kind of being patient and watching and waiting. That's really the only thing that we can do right now. Have a trading plan. I don't know. I don't know how it's all going to play out. I'm really hoping there's a run before that vote. Maybe somebody will push it before then, just to find a way for themselves to alleviate some of their risk even. So maybe we will see a nice push before then, but I can't guarantee you that. I don't know. But if you do see the push, there's your time to possibly make your trading plan. Maybe you want to sit on the sidelines till after the vote, see how all that goes down, see what happens after the vote. If we don't see a push, then I guess, you make your decision before then, and you just got to live with the consequences. But still have quite a bit in my long-term portfolio, not as much as some of you guys that are commenting. I see that you guys are like many whales out there. I don't know. I've been flipping a small portion, just trying to scrape pennies just to make my long-term portfolio look a little bit better. Mentally, I guess it's not really changing those numbers because I'm not messing with it, but my other accounts I definitely am messing with, just trying to bring down some of that cost. But it is what it is. We all have a trading plan. We all have a goal. We all know what we can live with, whether good or bad. And I'm just trying to make my adjustments in the meantime, so that no matter what happens December 23rd, I took my chances, and I'm okay with it. But let's continue to watch the RSI. Let's continue to see how it trends. Let's see if we can break out of either one of these trend lines. Draw them up on your charts, just so that you got them there. See how it's responding. Don't get faked out. It could easily do a fake breakout and get sucked right back down in, but I want to see a little bit of breakout strength push off of one of these ranges, and we'll just go from there. I hope you guys are having a great weekend overall. I hope you're safe. Make good decisions, even though it is the weekend. And I will catch you guys on Monday. As always, stay golden, people, and may your accounts stay green.